We're live.
I'm tired because the universe is expanding, like in Annie
Okay.
Hall.
With all the bad news that is going on in the world, I have a little bit of good news.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's hear it, Rob. Wake me when you're ready. When you're ready.
No,
When
so
you-
my local dispensary, there's a dispensary a hop, skip, and jump from here, and I go in there and I mainly have stick to the gummies now. I don't really light up, and there's like a budget gummy line.
Oh wow.
Usually the dispensary has like sales all the time, but this is like, and they're good. This
Do they use
company-
cheaper gummy?
Are you shilling gummies now?
So
I'm
they're
just
like, are they
saying this,
Dynaflex gummies?
Emerald Sky is this maker of this gummy.
Are they Dynaflex?
No, and their list price for this is like $12,
Oh, man.
and the sale was like $10. But they highly tax if you don't have a medical card, they highly tax. But it's still now why? I guess you could make a conspiracy theory why the gummies are cheap now. They're with all the stress in the world, they're trying to get us addicted to the stuff.
Or more people are buying them. So
First of all, $12 for a bag of gummies. That's what it's been like the whole time at place.
Not mostly. They're like $20 a like a bag like this.
You get ripped off. Mine are 10 to 15. And
I think you're buying dog treats.
I'm not as much into the drug scene as you guys here. So
big drug scene.
Gummy up.
I just didn't sleep well last night. I kept waking up for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, if you took a gummy like I did, you would sleep through the night.
Yeah, sometimes.
Look, me being high, I'm ineffective, so I don't do anything.
Well, you don't seem high when you do. Yeah.
No, I mainly take them as a sleep aid, like just to pass out.
Right. I do have a Country Joe McDonald tribute posting at 9 a.m. Pacific today. So for those of you,
Vinyl Piper's been doing the morning live. Dude.
I'm coming.
Vinyl Piper is playing.
I want to know.
I am into the coffee scene, Amanda.
Honestly, Jim, what is the difference between you leaving it on vibrate? You have an watch, right?
I do. Well, okay. Let me think about this. You paid $20 for a bag of gummies. Is that what you said about?
No. Well, on average, usually the ones I buy, $20-ish.
Okay, so $20. How long does that bag last you? The $20.
Well, in this unopened bag right here, there are. How many are in here? There's probably like 15.
Okay. Do you take one every day? Does it last you a month?
So I bought 3 of these.
Well, I'm trying to compare it. Someone made a point about I pay more for coffee.
I mean, maybe it depends how strong they are. Because again, I take them to fall asleep.
Sometimes you cut it in half or whatever.
Yeah, I might take half. Yeah.
So a bag a month, maybe, like average. I'm just average. I just want to.
For you.
No, for you. I'm asking you.
Are you trying to do an intervention?
I'm trying to compare this. Okay.
I'm trying to compare it to coffee.
My coffee is like, if I get Grafale, I don't always get Grafale. I have a trade deal with coffee.
Well, why don't you ask me about coffee? I drink coffee like water. I have it all the time.
Okay. Grafale's what, $25, $28 now?
$25.
How much is it?
25. I subscribe now.
Plus ship it but see, I don't do it all the time. I don't buy Grafale. So it's $25. Okay. That'll last me maybe 3 weeks if I don't have guests. So
okay, here's the math. So
it's too early for high math. Okay,
I buy 2.5 a month from Costco. I buy a bag of 2.5 pounds of beans, whole beans. I grind them. Typically, what I do is I make a pot and a half of coffee at a time, and I pour it in a pitcher and put it in the fridge because I prefer drinking iced coffee. So a bag of coffee beans may last me 2 months.
Okay. Well, that's a 2.5 pound bag.
And also, when I go out, here's a tip for you. If you get the McDonald's app, they have a large iced coffee for $1, and their iced coffee is
I can't
good.
go into a McDonald's. I'm an elitist.
You go through the drive-through, you putz.
You know, I went into the McDonald's for the first time. One of my road trips.
I don't typically
First
eat the
time
food.
in probably 5 years. And you can't talk to anybody. You got to like order on a fucking screen.
Perfect. Less interaction with people, the best.
I hate that.
I don't eat.
This is why unemployment rate is so high now. Or
if I eat at McDonald's, it's probably the breakfast stuff. Like
being replaced by the robots. Skynet. I'm going to make coffee. I'll be back.
I got to go make coffee too.
What the hell is this? What does this mean, Piper?
Rob, farmers market isn't a bad idea. Park in the structure, it's easy. I was told it was good there because then people can get any kind of food as much or little as they want.
Here's the problem with the farmers market. You won't be able to find places to sit.
Yeah, we're not going to sit together.
We're not going to sit together.
Well, my friend said he'd go. I mean, when they depend. Well,
one person trying to save a spot.
You figure it out. I'll show up if I want to.
You could be murdered there.
Look at. I might not even be able to make it Thursday now because I might be invited to some disc.
I'll give you a place like Barney's Beanery where you can walk in and take a.
Okay, whatever.
There's food for every type of person.
All right.
Where's the disc dogs event?
Okay.
I went to
whatever you say. Whatever you say. I'll be back.
Discogs event, sir. Well, I went to one last year. It was really terrible.
Where at? Well, who's talking about
the W Hotel?
Discogs event.
There's
about that.
I got an invitation to this Discogs reception, but it's a let's see here. It is a co-op, or what do you call it? Co-op.
Barney's Beanery is a sports bar. Wings and
I hate sports bars.
No, you don't. We went there, Mazzy, when you.
But I know, but I still hate them. I go to them, but I hate them. Okay, here's the deal.
I make Alan. I make very strong coffee. My coffee.
Apparently, this Discog event.
Time's up, Mazzy. Let's move on.
It's press invitation only. It's in co-op with Ren Silva, who makes those $9,000 stereo consoles.
Oh, right. Where is it at?
I don't know. They don't tell me yet. And it's invite only. It's press. And the thing is, I'm only going to go if my friend Chris can be +1 because he's driving me everywhere. So otherwise, I won't go. You know, it'd be fun to go for a bit, and not have to go to the whole thing. I don't know what it is. So. And you can probably get invited.
An event where it was billed as it was a press event, and it was billed as drinks and food, free drinks and free food,
and there was no food and drinks, right?
And parking was $40.
Yeah.
Sorry, Surface Spins. Mazzy went to Barney's Beanery the last time he was here.
I've been to Barney's Beanery,
and he wasn't crying about it.
No, but here's the deal. I've been to the Barney's Beanery back in the 70s when it was cool, when it wasn't a fucking sports bar.
Okay. The original one is in West Hollywood, and it's
that's the only one I've been to.
That's like a gay hangout. But they open there's 5 other ones.
One in Burbank.
There's one in Santa Monica. Yeah. It's a sports bar. That's basically what it is. I'd blow you off to go to a free event anytime.
Be sure to ride in the back.
Huh? What?
Be sure to ride in the back seat so that, the schmuck knows his job is retardus rider.
Why don't you come up, Angelo Kelly, and I'll debate you?
Hey, Angelo Kelly, dude, you have a voice. You can sing. You have a really good voice. Really good. That record is excellent.
Your talking voice, though, is a little weird.
It doesn't have anything to do with your singing voice. And I was just
okay. Surface Spins. Can you read your comment? You went to a sports bar near a college. What do you expect?
want to go to like are there sports pubs? I guess there are for football games, but
Men's, is men's wearing clothes right now? Put your fucking clothes on, pull your pants up, and get back on the camera.
I'm making my coffee.
Yeah, calling it making coffee. I get it.
I'm making coffee. And Stephen Milk.
Here's the deal. Jim puts no thought into what he does. If he did, he would park somewhere around there that was not $40. He would have gone and looked that parking was $40 at that place.
This is a W hotel. I thought they'd take care of my parking. Anyway, that was a shit. It was just a joke. I'm sure that Discogs felt good about it because they took good care of themselves.
Hey, what do you live in the Arctic North, Dane? What do you drink to keep warm?
Yeah, Dodger game is $40 now.
Yeah, but you can park for LA Live downtown. You can find cheaper places to park, or you can take the subway down. For me, it's a straight shot.
You can just have Rob drive you. A lot of people do that. Hey, Rob, I need a ride. Okay.
Well,
I have to go make coffee too.
Dane, you're weird. T.
Rob, you're on your own for a few minutes. I got to go make.
It'll be exactly like you're here. Okay, Roger went to Hooters, and there were TVs all over the place. It was terrible. I like Hooters, but the problem is, basically all of them closed down around here. Buffalo Wild Wings, I like that place. They do it right. Sports bar. If you want to go watch sports and drink beer and eat chicken wings, what more could you ask for? I don't know. Look at that tiny little cup. How could you fit enough coffee in it?
Well, it's a espresso with a little foam. So
Hooters food is fine. You don't go to Hooters just for the food, if you know what I mean.
Alex. We had a detente. Simon and I had a detente. We basically.
We're not talking about that dude.
I was responding.
He is just. He is not a bridge builder.
I tell you, watching Tokyo Brian and 4D talk, I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
It seems to me that those two should just go, why are we interacting with each other? And why do we have a
I agree with that. I have no idea. So, oh man.
Hey, is Jeff here? Jeff B? Jeff B, are you here?
Chris, you're not missing anything.
I go to Hooters. If you get the Daytona, I haven't been in Hooters in years because I told you they all closed down around here. But I can tell you, hey, Jeff B's here. I want to talk about Jeff B in this right now. But Amanda, my college team went to the Final Four that year. That run, I watched a lot of games at Hooters. So that's about Hooters. Okay, Jeff B. So Jeff B lives in Ohio, near Cincinnati, and I used to go there for work and stuff. But if you know, you know, Cincinnati style chili, I love it. I think it's awesome. If you've ever heard the term like one way, two way, three way, four way, five way chili, it's them. Greek immigrants were in Cincinnati, came up with this chili. They put it over spaghetti. They put a ton of shredded cheddar cheese on it. Then you can add onions. Beans are for suckers. You could put beans on it, but I don't like it. So you know what Jeff did? I wanted just the packet. In the grocery store, they sell the seasoning packet. But Jeff went far and beyond and sent me, I don't know if you call this VCLT, this Skyline chili box. And in it, I'll make myself big. It's very nice, Jeff. Is 4 cans of the Skyline chili. I think maybe I've had Gold Star, which isn't on another chain. Their chili in a
Isn't
can.
Gold Star? Never mind.
I don't know. They sent the spaghetti. They sent their hot sauce. And there used to be a Skyline Chili in DC. So that's how I know it from before I went to Cincinnati. And then a thing about them is people like putting these oyster crackers on the chili, in the chili. So a box of their
You got
oyster.
the whole kit there.
And they also sent a bunch of York peppermint patties. Good. Very nice of you, Jeff.
You didn't watch the ending of a movie, Chris?
Hey, you need to calm down, Matthew Petty. If you grew up in DC, there was a place called Hard Times Cafe. That place was awesome, and they would make different styles of chili. Any chili that doesn't put beans in it is for me. When I moved to LA, the chili out here, you could use it in replace of like cement to put a building up with bricks. No beans in that chili. Texas chili, no beans in that chili. So I like it. You don't have to like it.
In California, they put arugula in it.
Dude, Tommy Burgers, chili burgers. If you come to LA and get chili cheese fries,
I'm not
the
going to
chili
get
is mostly made by that VC Provisions in Burbank, who makes a lot of the pastrami. It's good chili.
Yeah, I think I'm not.
I don't know.
Oh, guess
He
Zappa's back.
He didn't turn his phone off. It's a Cincinnati thing. Look, when I used to travel for work, I loved regional food. Regional food is the best way to get to know a place. So any Cincinnati distinct, that's their deal. This chili.
Well, thank you for your food minute.
Like you go to Buffalo, you get the wings or the pizza there.
Okay. We have a lot of poke up here, but that's from.
Yeah. How come? Okay, Russ. How come Jeff was nice enough to send me this, and you are just begging for a record that I'll never sell? Here's the problem with the Steak and Shake. No, like they were bought by a company, like these venture capitalists, and then they decided to open up all over the country. They opened here in LA, and they didn't know the markets, and they closed down.
Yeah, that's happening a lot lately. Or
yeah, and Steak and Shake, out of all those kind of burger chains, they're kind of at the lower end for me.
Yeah,
I don't like that place. Most of the chili in LA is that same style of chili. It's good.
You know, basically everything's closing. Let's just face it. America is closing. We're almost closing out of business in this country, the way things are going. There's
Angelo Kelly's back.
Robots are taking over everything. Idiots are attempting to run the country.
What's so different about
left?
That, what is so different? Idiots are attempting to run the country.
Even if I didn't agree with I won't get specific political, don't worry. But the other party, I didn't like their policies, but they weren't idiots. I didn't agree with them. I didn't like some of them, but they were. You know what I'm talking about. It's different now, isn't it?
It's
I mean, you have warmongers back. So many.
Mazzy, unfortunately, I don't control the universe. If I did, it'd be a lot different.
I know, but we're living in it, and
but
I have a son I worry about.
I understand, but he's a full-grown man beyond worrying.
Well, I mean, I'm not worried about him like that. I just, his future is not going to be as good as, Is
your son like 37?
He's 35.
Yeah, I mean, I don't worry about a 35-year-old.
No, well,
he's a grown man.
A grown-ass man. Also, in a lot of ways, I mean, my politics are.
Forget the politics. I wasn't know the politics.
I'm a George Soros, Clinton, left-wing, knee-jerk liberal. But I also like history. And you go back to the 60s, things were very fucked up.
Okay, congratulations. We're moving on.
We don't need to talk when about tech people made too much money.
Hey, as a Canadian, Trevor, the Conies are Detroit, not Cincinnati. Okay, Coney's are a Detroit thing, like the regional food. And they try. And here's another thing: the chain from Detroit tried opening here in LA, and it closed down.
Why?
Because
I wonder why. Because is it shit food?
no,
Probably shit food.
hey, why don't you calm down, Jim? It's because people are set in the way they like hot dogs here in LA, and there are plenty of places to get them.
I disagree, and I'm gonna
You
die on
fucking
this
eat
hill.
hot dogs all the time.
I
dude.
call it I call it the Tijuana effect. When we used to go to Tijuana all the time, you go down there, and it's like, yeah, I think I do need a concrete bird bath. Yeah, I need a marionette. Yeah, all that shit looks good in Tijuana. And then when you get home, you're like, why the fuck did I buy that?
Well,
It's the
why are you
Tijuana
comparing tchotchkes to just get
same thing in Detroit. When you're in Detroit, a Coney, okay, it's a Coney, but you're in fucking Detroit. If you get out of Detroit, you'll realize it doesn't compare.
But there are a lot of these places that had good employees that
Fuck
work
you,
their
Jim.
asses
Coney's
off.
are the
that
best.
All
All
these,
right.
all these
I need a
immigrants,
Coney.
all the getting rid of immigrants, they're not working in some of these fast food places, and so they're closing down. They can't get employees to work there. Young kids like our generation don't want to hardly work in a fast food place anymore.
Hey, Matthew. Yes, I am eating some paint chips.
Hold on.
I didn't really stop. So again,
Would the Canadians stop? Can you Canadians just stop? All you have is the poutine and the smoked meats. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about
for me, a natural casing hot dog.
We talked about it a little less.
Okay.
Jello Biafra is in stable condition after his stroke, and
can we stay on one topic and then slowly go?
Jello Biafra, Dead Kennedys.
Okay.
Someone just said the lead singer.
I understand, but it's a comment in the thing when we were having a conversation on screen, Mazzy.
Well, fuck food.
We could go back to it.
I heard the lead singer of Boston died also.
Okay, we could go in. Let me finish my.
I don't know who that is.
Can we save? Can we save the what do you call it? What do you call it? The paper where you have the
obits.
Can we save the obits for Friday?
We're not on Friday. I know.
Right. He's making a joke. Okay, can I finish this? Dane, I promise you, if you go to New York City and have a Gray's Papaya hot dog, which I'm guessing Mazzy has, right?
I don't know anything called that. Where?
New York City Gray's Papaya hot dog.
I don't know if I've ever had
a lot of
hot dogs in Chicago.
If you've never had that, hold on.
I don't think so.
Dane, he come to eat Pinks here in LA or Cupid's. There are plenty of places to get a great hot dog, and you don't have to walk into a baseball park.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Carney's. You want a good hot dog? Go to Carney's. There's one on the
If
west.
you go to Chicago, plenty of great hot dog places.
Yeah, conflicting things here. Tim and Vance. One said he died. Well, both said he died, but one said he died a decade ago. So it's not a new news. Okay,
what are you talking about? Who died?
The lead singer of Boston.
Okay, here's the deal. I know Boston very well. So Brad Delp dealt with hardcore depression, the original singer of Boston, in I think it was more than 10 years ago, but he took his life. Then Boston toured with the lead singer from that Christian heavy metal band, Slayer. And I don't know if his voice fit them. But then some dude who loved Boston recorded a video on TikTok, and he sounded just like Brad Delp. He sounded like Brad Delp. So they hired him as their singer.
And he just died?
When I saw Boston live, it was with that dude and the striper dude. But that dude was good. He sounded like Brad Delp.
Seems like there's a lot of dudes in this story.
But he passed away, I think.
Dudes.
He just passed away of brain cancer, this dude.
Well, that's how Coleman died. Yeah.
So
my brother
and Jello Biafra had a stroke, a hemorrhage stroke.
Yeah, but he's alert. He alert and
yeah, he is alert. Too drunk to fuck.
Well, that's eerie, but the guy had cancer. It's not like he took his life.
Wow.
But that guy was good. I saw him live. He sounded like Brad
And
Delp.
Augie Myers too. Augie Myers played the Sir Douglas Quintet. He played on Dylan. He was with the Texas Tornadoes with Doug Somm and Freddie Fender. He was an important artist.
Freddie Fender. Yeah, I love that stuff.
I mean, his organ sound is so cool.
You know who else I got a CD from? Just came out. Remember Mike Finnegan?
And Finnegan Awake, is that guy?
No, Mike Finnegan, keyboard player. He played with everybody. He played on with Hendrix and Electric Lady.
Oh, really? I do.
Yeah. Okay. He goes back, and he is unbelievably so good. This came out posthumously, and it's excellent. A lot of blues, piano, and everything from the Hammond B3 to whatever you want. This guy, Mike Finnegan, played with everybody.
Is he dead?
I think he died about a year ago.
Okay.
Just save this for Friday, but he does have this CD. This CD is very good. It came into me, and
it came into you.
It's got Stephen Stills on it, Smokey Robinson, Joe Bonamassa, Kelly Finnegan. Who else?
I do have a Mike Finnegan. Wait, Mazzy, you have a Mike Finnegan record. You showed one. I did.
Yeah, you probably do. I think I saw it.
Maybe him on something. I don't remember having a Mike Finnegan record. I really don't remember.
You should, Gabby. Those hot dogs are good.
I don't remember. Seriously.
He's a serious heavyweight.
Slab grade one of your records.
Stephen Stills is on this. I saw this.
Leland, I was thinking about trying one just for the hell of it. People in the comments, there's only 2 people didn't believe that's true. I know that guy because that guy is the boyfriend of this woman I know. And it's not a fake thing. Now, it won't last long. It's probably like NFTs or something. People will do it, and then the market will. To me, it's idiotic that someone would pay even $3,000, but $9,000 for a slab fucking record. I don't care how rare the record is.
What record is $9,000?
Is that company still in business?
Yeah,
there were two
different companies. We know the 2 different slabbing companies. I forgot their names. There's 2. So you get your record slabbed. Then there's this thing called Gold In. I think it's Gold In. It's an auction house, not just records, but they do cards and Pokemon and all kinds of stuff. And they sell it. And what they do is they give you get 108% of the sale price, but they add 20% on, supposedly. So they get, they get the markup or most of the markup, and you get the full price, which is kind of wild. I know it's there's a mindset of people out there that are not in the vinyl community into the music like we are. It's a shitty thing. I'm not condoning it. I thought it was great when I was talking to this guy and he was telling me, I said, wait a second, can I record you? I asked him. I don't just start recording people without asking, except for Kimbo and Harry. I put my camera in their face. I asked people, and I edited that down. It's like 5 minutes longer, that whole story with him.
Well, let's see. I have a bunch of sealed Zappa records that I'm not going to open. I was gonna trade them or sell them.
You can't oversaturate. Pick the one that's the more desirable. That would
should I just slab them all and just sell them all for like $1,000 each?
Well, I don't think it's that simple. They start at $100 and they go up. He says one of this thing sold for $200. Not everything goes for a high price.
I slab all my baseball cards, all of them. They're all slabbed.
Well, this guy comes from that market,
right? And I don't even have any baseball cards. But
you know what? When Jim goes off camera, he goes and slabs it.
When I was with Rob, when I was in Rob during the Austin Stare few days,
the stare down.
There was 2 different slabbing companies that had tables at the Austin record show.
Right.
And one of the guys said, "Hey, Mazzy, come here." And I met him, and he was a nice enough guy. He goes, "Love your channel. I'd love to have you send us one of your records, and we'll grade it and slab it for free, and you can do an interview with us." And I said, no offense, that's not my thing, that kind of defeats what I'm about, my ethos, or what do you want to call it. But now, as an experiment, I'd like to do one and see if this kind of dies. Andrew, yeah, okay, thanks. See, Concert Buddy is in the know.
Concert Buddy is young enough to where his synapses in his brain is still.
But it would be interesting for me to try something, just follow the story along over however long it takes. I remember when I was at that Austin show, Baraka P. Dub, Paul bought a copy of Michael Fremer's record, and he had it slabbed. He was gonna. I don't know if he ever sent it to Fremer, but he had it slabbed, graded. It took him like 2 months to get it, which seems outrageous to me.
I'm having all of my Mac Davis.
Slabbing is when, baseball cards or coins, it's sealed in something you can't just open it.
It's in a plastic frame.
Yeah,
No,
I guess you could take it apart, but
there's proprietary way of doing it. But
yeah,
here's the deal: anyone who sends away baseball cards to be graded by there's 2 companies who do it, you won't get that card back for a long while. You're in a line. They do the grading, and then they slab it and everything.
How do you know you get your card back?
My friend does it with action figures. There's a company that does it for action figures. In fact, near Jim in Burbank, this baseball card place took over an old closed down Rite Aid, and it's gigantic. I think PSA or one of those companies they have a place inside there. So you could bring your cards there and they'll grade them there.
I'm going to slab the Angelo Kelly 33 RPM I got. I wanted one of them slabbed. You know, to me, it's a ridiculous thing for records, because the point of records is, I almost couldn't understand a butcher cover, something like that, where it's not about
the cover. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sort of sense. Although if I was doing that, I would want a nice frame on it rather than a slab.
Yeah, I mean, slabbing it, there's something, whatever.
What? Say it.
There's something tactile and blah, blah, blah about records. I don't want it behind a plastic.
Well, and also, but when it's slabbed, you can turn it over and see both sides, so you can see the back cover. So it's not like a frame.
If you come to LA, go to Burbank. It's right near Atomic Records, the Burbank card shop. And Jim likes it because out front are a bunch of shady Armenian dudes on their phones.
And we're always trying to figure out what's going on.
And they claim, here's what Jim went up and said, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" They go, "We're Uber drivers."
Yeah.
I don't know if they're Uber drivers.
Standing around. And really, the Burbank card shop, there's enough going on there. I think it's a front. I think that they're feeding records.
Okay. Here's what you got on the corner of where the Burbank card shop is. You have a big giant gun store.
Yeah.
You have a record store across the street.
Wait. You've got the dead animal store. You got where they
you could slab a critter. You could slab a critter.
It's the same thing. What do you call it when you stuff an animal?
Taxidermy.
They have a taxidermy, but they will do custom shit. So you could put an iguana head on a squirrel.
Also, across the street,
they'll do that.
Across the street is one of the best places to eat. Is Porto's Bakery.
Yeah, Porto's is right across the street from the card shop.
It's a hot corner in Burbank.
Everyone's looking to make a buck stuff. Remember the NFT stuff? I remember I had one of my artists that I worked with did a few, and they made some money on it. But it got to be like a Ponzi scheme. Remember those sports? Like you could have a video clip, a frame of a basketball player, some famous shot, and it was NFT'd, and some of them were selling for
NFTs. What the fuck happened to that?
I know, and people, but it's like the pyramid scheme. The people in it in the beginning some people were making a shitload of money, not all. And some people invested it and bought a lot of shit. Now they're worth nothing. And it went down. But there were a handful of people making some money.
Hold on.
I fucked up. I put my entire retirement into Trump phones.
Hey,
I'm fucked.
Hey,
I'm fucked.
Everyone, that's not Josh D. It's a guy named Josh D, but that's not the Josh D.
I don't even see Josh D.
It's a different guy named Josh D, but he's not the Josh D.
No, this is an interesting conversation talking about this, because talking to someone, I don't know him very well, but I know of him and I know who he is, this guy I interviewed, And I thought it was going to get a lot more negative. There was like 2 or 3 reviews. Like I thought people were going to totally. I said, look, people are going to like jump all over you.
What are you
he goes,
talking
I know.
about? Who are you talking about?
This guy, his name is Rob, actually, who I in my Seattle record show video yesterday.
Okay,
And
what's
he's the one that. Pardon me.
What's the controversy?
Well, because he was talking about slabbing, and he said the Eagles Hotel California made $2,900 on a reissue, not even an original, that was slabbed through this company, and then through the Gold Ink company, and then he bought $100. The first, I think it was the first Eminem record. He showed me the app with the price and the selling price, and he bought it for $100. Had it slabbed. It was sealed. That first Eminem record. Sent it to the auction. It sold for $9,200, $9,800. I mean, people said that's not true. That didn't. It did happen.
I bet it is true.
Yeah.
Hey,
but,
hold on. Bobby Gas. Back in your day, they put out a fire by handing a
Bobby
man.
Gas is going to be slabbed.
Hold on. You two morons. When I'm talking, give me the respect to finish what I'm saying.
You know, Leland. Unless we interview someone, just because you told us.
Mute and mute. I'm finishing this. Bobby Gas, back in your day, when they put out a fire, they would hand a bucket to the next person. Okay, I said it without interruption of a phone that's ringing and a nonsense. People reading the chat and not paying attention to what we're talking about. Go on with your stupidity, people.
Thank you. I love doing it's funny, the travel videos and like record. If you do a record show video right, people love to see them because a lot of people don't have record shows near them or like to just compare and see other cities. And the Armory is a great place because there's a couple cafes, there's a Starbucks, there's a burrito place, there's food around it in the venue, which is great. So it's not just some danky hotel ballroom.
I'm confused, Mazzy.
Yeah.
So you went to the record show and there was a slabbing table set up there?
No. I went to the record. Okay. I'll get in the details. I went to the record show and instead of just doing my normal flip through video, I think I flipped through one bin, but I didn't show in the video just flipping through bins. That's a good way of doing it too. But I wanted to talk to people and have people just talk about records and what they bought or something. So I had maybe 5 or 6 segments. People. One of them was Esky Knows, Amy. She's the woman who sells on Whatnot, taught me Whatnot, and she pulls up her sweater, and she has a Mazzy's It's the Music Stupid t-shirt. Also, Mark, who stayed here, had the same shirt on, and I interviewed his wife, Elise, when we were backstage in the back area. So I talked about that. Anyway, this guy, Rob, I had met once or twice, is basically Amy's, Esky Knows' boyfriend. And he sells records also on Whatnot. He has his own channel, Roboska, I think Roboska it's called. And he lives up here. He moved up here, I guess, to be near her because, anyway, long story. So, and he started telling me the story about how this slabbing thing, we're just chatting. And I said, wait a second, can I record this? And so it's him talking about it. And he shows me the app, the auction app, and he tells me the story. I edited it way down because it went on. It was really interesting, but I was gobsmacked. Even in the video, my response was, I fucking hate slabbing. I think it's so silly. I said, you're going to get a lot of criticism in the comments.
So Mazzy, you'll be slabbing within 6 months.
Oh, I'll try one. I'll try one.
I actually can.
But it's the slabbing because of the auction thing. I want to
right. I can ruin. I can right now bust
It's an experiment,
Hold on. I can bust Mazzy's take on slabbing right away.
Okay.
Can you slightly move to your left, Mazzy? What is that behind you?
It's a framed print.
Is it professionally framed?
Yes.
That's like slabbing.
Yeah, but you can easily remove it, and it's art. You're right. I've talked about that before when you frame photographs.
But if you take that slabbed photograph and take it out of the frame and put it on your turntable, it's going to sound like shit. I don't see how you can compare a photograph.
It might cause you, Jim, to rearrange your whole setup.
A record is a record. You play a record. a baseball card, you don't play a baseball. Well, we
Rick,
did.
you know how it happens? Because some idiot wants to pay it and has money to pay it. Because they
Right.
think it's something valuable to them. It is to people like us, it's fucking lunatic.
Some people have a lot of money.
Yeah,
A lot
you
of
know,
fucking money.
despite the shitty economy for most Americans and all the bullshit that goes along with the healthcare and everything else, there are a handful of people, that 1%, that they're keeping the economy alive and paying for a lot of shit and just throwing money away. You know, the rich got richer. It's sort of a cliche, but it's true, especially in the last
No, they're not helping the economy at all. That doesn't help the economy at all.
It's keeping some of it sort of stable. No, I know. I agree with you. I'm not. I mean,
it's not. That guy who sold that record for $9,000, 2 years from now, he's going to be just as fucking broke as he was.
Oh, you mean the guy who sold it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but I'm talking the guy that's bought it. That's like
doesn't matter to him.
That's like us buying a $200 record.
I knew someone who was very, 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 very wealthy, had a giant fucking mansion, had an original Monet over the fireplace. Yeah. They also owned the house next door, the mansion next door, just to put shit in, just to put stuff in.
You know, Chance, I always forget until every Tuesday and Thursday how smart you are, how attuned you are. You seem to read and learn about a lot of this stuff. He's absolutely right. This is absolutely right.
I just went and filled up $5.50 for gasoline today.
Yeah. Well, California and Washington State and Oregon are always more.
Vinyl Free for All has done it. He's done it. He's made the best comment so far this morning.
Yeah. But, you know, we're not condoning slabbing, but it's an interesting story. It's kind of like...
Hey, hold on. Jim, put the phone on vibrate. It's on a table in front of you. The table will vibrate.
Chris, you just got me yelled at by the waxed.
No, dude, this is beyond Chris. Vibrate. Flip it on vibrate. My phone is never off of vibrate. I don't need to hear a sound.
I don't care. I you know,
you're up here on the stream. It disturbs the flow of the show.
Listen,
look at this guy. Looks pretty mean. That guy looks mean. I don't know. That guy doesn't look. That guy is
mean. He's a mean guy. I'm mean. Deal with it. You know what? I yelled at you. Get over it.
You know, at least okay. I will say this. Rob and I get it. Now, I don't always agree with Rob. In fact, a lot of stuff I don't agree. I don't like his approach always. I think he can be a meanie and you know.
That's it. I'm out.
But the thing is, and I wish Harry was watching too, because Harry, you know, couldn't get a word in edgewise, you know, because between me and Rob, we talk a lot. We know that. But you just got to, if you're up here, you got to just say, fuck you, Rob, and talk over him and just say what you feel. You need to have the balls and the chutzpah to go at him. And then you can enjoy it for what it is.
Maybe. Wait. Hold on. Josh D, if it is you. We're all adults here. Here's one thing I want to institute from now on. This generalization to make your point. If you have a factual thing to make your point, use it. Use it. So please tell me the record of Cheap Heat that someone bought up to create some sort of demand.
You know, the thing is, how much can you really make on something like that? So let's say you buy 10 copies.
I have a better example than that, Mazzy, than what Josh D just did.
You know, this is a fucking talk show, Musing. That's why we talk so much. It's a talk show.
Who's having a problem?
Mazzy, I talk too much. I don't talk as much as Rob.
Who's saying that?
Musing man.
It's not that Mazzy talks too much. It's just that it's always so.
Hold on. I don't know who you are, Musing Man. Your opinion or your comment to Mazzy means nothing unless we know who you are. If you're a real account.
It does mean, it just doesn't mean anything to you, Rob.
You know, the point is people watch this for all of us, whoever's on. Not just
it's my stream. Yeah. Does it mean anything to you, Jim?
People watch this to hear us bullshit. And half the stuff we say doesn't make any difference.
I want to
Right?
go back to.
This isn't a serious intellectual conversation here. So
Okay. Okay, so let's go back to making a record exclusive. These records that, like, there's certain records back in the day that didn't sell, so they destroyed all the copies, right? And now today, these are rare, expensive records.
you said that already
Like,
before.
yeah, I've said it. I've said it many times. The Fraction record, that's I think a rare record, but there are other that were on like Capitol. The Geldof, the guy from
Gandalf.
the Gandalf record that was on Capitol.
Yeah,
it didn't sell. Capitol had a thing where they took back the records. They didn't punch holes in them or cut them out. They destroyed them. That's why that record is expensive. So that does exist.
You know, and the thing about complaining about someone like Pumping Bio who buys a bunch of, he only can buy so many. So, to me, the flipping thing is over pumped. You know, I hate to use a pump again, but you buy the shit and you sell it, but how much are you really making? You might make a few hundred here or there. I think it's ridiculous.
Here's something I would consider slabbing. This is the kind of shit I would slab. This is.
Are we talking about slabbing?
Yeah. This is a test pressing John Coltrane Locomotion, signed by Don Was, President Blue Note.
Wait, let me see that. Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, he did there was an event at Capitol Records, a record show.
What year is this about?
About 10 years ago.
Okay.
So this is something I would consider slabbing, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
and some jazz fan might want it if they pay.
No, just for myself. Here.
Oh.
How about Art Blakey hard bop test pressing? RTI.
Yeah, but that's not worth slabbing.
I guess not, because there's no artwork on it.
Right, and there's no label on it.
How about this?
Can you sit for 5 minutes and think what you're doing?
No, how about this? This is a Zappa test pressing.
Okay. Again, I can do that. I can write that on a thing.
Except for, that's kind of like
but there's nothing that makes that slabbable.
Other than that, any other record I'm going to play.
Most people, if you like something, most people should just get it nicely framed. Get it matted and framed. Use UV coated Plex, not glass. Use archival tape. They'll use the archival tape to tape it in. Or to
1025
corners.
I get it, Jim. It's something.
I have a couple of 70s yesterday and today. Now they're not butcher covers, but I wonder if anyone would want a sealed like late 70s yesterday and today slab. Some idiot.
Hey, Baggy, Mobile Fidelity reissued this record. Okay, you can get the Mobile Fidelity version. Jeez.
Zappa guys would definitely buy it because they're completist maniacs. Yeah. Yes.
I don't think I've seen any any of the regular VC people showing off something they got slabbed. I mean, it's possible. I haven't noticed it.
Here's slabbable. Cal Jader.
Yeah, that looks real slabbable.
No, but it's autographed by everyone on the record.
Oh yeah.
There's Cal Jader.
The difference with slabbing versus framing too. It's clear on both sides. It's clear on both sides, so you can see like if something's autographed on the back, and you could put the back. You could, if you hang it, you can showcase the back instead, or switch it around every once in a while. Framing, you have a mat and a back, so that if I have a Jim Marshall photograph. I had a Jim Marshall photograph, or I think it's one of my Jim Marshalls, he always did a rubber stamp on the back that said negative number, date, printed, and he signed it and numbered it, or numbered it or dated it. Wait a second. But what they did is when the framer matted it, they cut a hole in the mat. So if you turn it over, you can see where the photographer signed and dated it on the back. So I can see it. It's not covered up by the mat. That's a great way for a professional framer to frame artwork like that.
Hey, Vance, my middle name's Kathy. So in your face.
I don't know about how heavy. They're pretty substantial. It's like it's not a real thin Plex. It's like a Plex, right?
No, it is a encased thing.
No, it's hard. It's hard. It doesn't
It's
break.
hard.
Ever
It's
seen those
high grade.
baseball cards slabbed? Go to a card show or in a card store, a baseball.
Yeah.
Sports.
Could you put Matthew Petty up?
Yeah. It's it's fun to talk about. I mean, believe me, I'm not condoning slabbing. It just came up with this interview, and so I thought it was kind of cool.
I'd rather talk about me and my stereo.
We could talk about
and
the next phase.
What's going to happen in record collecting, do you think, Mazzy, in the next year?
I don't care about that shit. I'll watch Chance and those guys talk about the
Chance
future.
will talk about it on Thursday.
No, but
hey, Chance, can you have Jim up as a guest?
No.
I know the cliche is it's the music, but it really is. That's why most of the records that I am selling are either doubles, or if I have a rare version of a record, I'll easily sell it for a play version and keep a good as long as it sounds good. So I'm at that point now. I might sell a lot more records too.
What are you talking about, Leland? And Josh D, you said, okay, here's the rule about participating in the chat. Your comment, if you're referring to another comment you make, I'm not going to get it. Your comment has to live on its own.
What did Rick say about? Yeah. No, you have to be a vetted buyer in Golden. Yeah. I mean, it's like an auction house. It's not a whatnot where any yahoo like me can sell records,
What are you talking about?
Golden, the auction house where he sold these slabs. The slabbing for $9,000, $9,800, two different companies. One, you go slab it, then you get it, you send it to the auction house, and they put it in one of their auctions.
I mean,
did you just get this John Lennon Japanese SHM CD editions email? I
don't know. I haven't.
Limited edition Japanese CDs.
No. I have plenty. I have all the John and Yoko solo and joint CDs, Japanese, the little LP style covers. I don't need any more CD. I don't need any more. I don't need to buy the music again. Like when McCartney did the Half Speed Master, I don't buy those anymore. I don't need another copy of fucking McCartney records or Ringo record. Well, I did buy the Liquid one, but the box sets with extra stuff, that's different. I'll get those.
Well, what was the records? What were the records?
I just sent it to Mazzy.
Well, don't send it to me, whatever.
You're not a. I don't even know.
I got something from Jim Kaplan. Wow. Okay.
I can show it on the.
You just outed me. People don't know my name. Fuck.
Yes,
I'm Jim RCN. Hold on. Mazzy outs a lot of people. He doxes people. He did it to me a long time ago.
Can I show this? It's not your name, but okay, there they are. I have the ones from 15 or 20 years ago, the Japanese ones of these. So I already have. Actually, mine are not.
Those are.
Pardon me? Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'm not the audience anymore.
Hey, listen, everyone, Jim's real name is Jim Jewenstein, okay?
My father is from Winnipeg, Canada, the Jewish part of the Jewish little ghetto, and he dated a girl by the name of Fafa Lifshitz and another girl by the name of Choo Choo Rabinowitz.
Yes.
Just saying. Those are names.
Those are names from old vaudeville routines.
Yes, my name is on the RCN, unfortunately. Yeah. No family of Fred. Who's Fred Kaplan anyway?
Okay, Gabby, the only thing I'll disagree with you when people say this bugs me. I'm gonna criticize you for that, Gabby. I like you, but we don't need is a bullshit term, no matter who says it. Because there's new people, there are people that never bought those before, there are people that collected. So I don't need it, you don't need it, but the collective we is not a real thing. We don't need another Frampton Comes Alive reissue audio file. It's out, people are buying it, it's selling. There's things like that. We don't need another kind of blue. Every time they
we don't need no
exactly.
Oh,
so
yeah, don't Anyway,
Hey,
my stereo's
Angelo,
better
you
than
want to
ever.
go in with me on the slabbing thing? We can slab the 33 I have, or maybe we can send a sealed copy. You can sign it on the shrink and we'll slab it.
How much does it cost to do it again?
The slabbing, it's a couple $100, isn't it? $150 and $200.
It's
I
worth
don't know.
slabbing copies of Record Collector News because
Let's get our correspondent who knows this, Concert Buddy. How much does it cost to slab a record? I know there are different levels, but what's
how
the
much of a
basic?
lab and see what's
There.
on the slab.
Thank you, Gabby. Thank you very much. Concert Buddy, Chance, what is the average cost? Is it about $150 or $200 to slab a record and grade
Oh,
it?
that's way too much.
I don't know. I can't remember. They were going to do one for me as a promotional thing if I interviewed them and stuff.
And you blew it. You blew it by being honest. What a loser.
I was honest. And
what a loser.
So
Loser.
I'm not the total shill that some people think I am.
90%.
At high rent,
Yeah,
he thinks I'm a
last 10
shill.
is the difference between Seattle.
No, it's
All
sealed.
right, I'm going to set all of
It's
you
flat
straight.
in there, so it won't warp unless you.
I'm going to send all of you straight right now. Okay? Apparently, it's not called record slabbing. It's called
Encapsulation.
encapsulation.
Woo!
Wow.
I would like to encapsulate. Yeah. Encapsulation.
Is there a price list, like a level of price list?
You have to fill out all this stuff.
But is there no price list?
Double slabbed with a hinge that opens.
Look at the top and see if there's like a thing about pricing.
They just gave you the price. If you look
How it works.
Concert just took care of that for you.
What did he say?
$85 for one that's hinged that opens.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Beckett's involved with saying the autograph's real. So $55. But then they have this is
I think it depends. If you add all this,
all this nonsense that you add to it.
Shit, I got to order them.
It's all the a la carte stuff. Like, do you want the undercoating? You want the extended warranty? Do you want all that stuff? Now, pricing is weird because it's pricing in that moment, you know?
Well, I'll tell you one person.
Yeah, it is like
there's a person in the chat I want encapsulized.
You can pay more to expedite jump the line. Well, that's so okay. Can I switch the topic? I think this is interesting. Do you mind? Are we?
Well, it depends. What do you, just because you
related?
Here's really the better question. What if I say no?
Then I won't. All right. Okay. What do you think about this tentative? Not all states are in on it. Government settlement with Ticketmaster, and First Nation, or not First Nation.
Bullshit. They've done
bullshit,
this before. Hold on. They did it before with Ticketron, and you were supposed to get tickets. I tried to get tickets. I couldn't get tickets. Well, it's all bullshit.
But it hasn't been settled yet, and already some states are not California and New York AGs are going after and are not. They're going to do separate thing going after. They're supposedly going to get rid of like 25 or 50 or 100 venues. They're not going to try to open it up and allow other resellers, not just Ticketmaster, to sell it. It seems like a bullshit thing that they bent over. It's a shitty settlement. You're right. I'll believe it. It's bullshit. You know, they need to break them up. They should have broke them up. They didn't break them up. This is where, you know, I know all these, and I hate to, the one political thing I'll say, like the Trumpies say, oh, free enterprise. We don't like breaking up all this stuff. You need the government over to break these monopolies up. That's where they do a good thing, because monopolies, we have more monopolies than ever. All these companies, this fucking Warner Brothers deal now with Paramount or whatever, fucked up. It's going to be shitty and less production and less movies and less entertainment.
Well, okay. You're lucky.
That could affect the record business too, Warner Brothers.
Mazzy, you're lucky right now because you have someone who was involved with the movie industry.
Well, there you go.
All right, Mazzy. Around the world, in an organized, professional way, there are thousands and thousands of movies made every year. A studio, let's just say pre-pandemic, a studio at their best operating Like Warner Brothers, I believe, released the most amount of movies in a calendar year. It's like 15 films, Mazzy. Okay?
All right.
So, and if you look at it correctly, most people did not go to the theaters to see movies in the last 30. Let me.
I'm just
before you-
responding to show us
no,
lab
no,
record.
Nancy, stop doing this. If you
Okay.
want to respond to someone, let's talk about what we're talking about, and then we'll move on to what you want to talk about. Okay, so here's the deal. In the last 30 years, most people, and I think before that, don't go to the theater to see movies, Mazzy. So the breaking up of these, it's no different than whatever you're related to in your entertainment. Like, let's talk about Universal Music. They control so much, right? They
Yep.
won't license their product to smaller companies who want to issue them. It's the same thing with the studio. They have the apparatus, but let's just say they go away, and there are two of them. There are plenty of other, and a movie just proved this a month ago. Some YouTuber who was very popular optioned a video game and self-financed and made a movie, and he self-distributed it, and it played in the movie theaters. So my feeling is more optimistic, believe it or not,
Well-
about the industry, because you could go take your iPhone and shoot a movie and make it look legit and make that content and put it out there for people to take.
We've had, as you know, historically, we've had these great pieces of cinematic history where the indie thing happened. It really kind of started in like 69 with Easy Rider and that ilk, where they're sort of smaller studios, smaller bud. But from 69 to 70, 68 to 72-ish, American cinema, it wasn't dictated by the studios in terms of the content. Movies like Deliverance and those were just artist driven and auteur driven. We had that years later with Steven Soderbergh with Sex, Lies, and Videotape.
No, you're jumping all over the place, Mazzy.
I am, but
You
it's
know
about.
Hold on. You know what
Is
changed?
that what's it's going to happen now?
No.
Are you saying that's happening now?
I have plenty of examples to give you, Mazzy. You don't have
I'm
to
sure
go
you
back
do.
to the home video market. Changed everything. There were
Yeah.
plenty of movies that were made and went straight to video. HBO, even back in the day, they made movies, or movies were made and they acquired them and they premiered on HBO.
Hey, Ricks, wait. I agree with that, but the problem is some of these bands can't play in the venues because the venues have contracts that tickets have to be sold and produced through Live Nation or Ticketmaster.
Again,
Unless it's a totally independent small club, they can. All the major arenas, all the major theaters, like the big theaters have been renovated around with live music. Those are all connected, and they have agreements with Live Nation and companies like that, mostly Live Nation, about that. So you can't. That Pearl Jam tried to do it. They were, good for them. A few bands like Pearl Jam tried to do it. I think U2 maybe, I don't know, but
okay.
and it finally had to give up after years.
Can we go back to the topic we were talking
Springsteen
about?
tried to do it.
Mazzy, respectfully, pay attention to me and what we're talking about, and stop.
No, because you sound like a teacher. Oh, you are a teacher.
Okay, so listen to me, Mazzy. There's a company right now called Black Bear. Have you heard of them, Mazzy?
I have not.
They've already released a couple films. That Crime 101, I think, and they have another movie that the trailer just came up with Jake Gyllenhaal and someone else. It's an action film. They're the first company to challenge the big movie studios. They're making hundreds of millions of dollar films and they're distributing them themselves. But let's go back, Mazzy. New Line Cinema in the 80s was an independent movie company that started making top 10 number one films. They were independent until they were purchased, I think, in the 90s by Warner Brothers. So they made Nightmare on Elm Street. They had tons of hits. They were an independent studio. Miramax, Harvey Weinstein, was an independent studio that started, even today, A24 and Neon.
A24. Isn't A24?
A21.
See, you're short shifting them by 3.
So what I'm saying to you, Mazzy, historically, there have been companies like this. United Artists was like one of the first ones to challenge the major studios.
Right.
Charlie Chaplin started it to distribute movies. So my feeling is,
And they all get bought up by bigger corporations.
right. My feeling is this might be the best thing to happen to entertainment, that there'll be two companies that exist making movies, or three. And this leaves room for others to come in and disrupt and make things better.
I hope your optimism is.
My optimism is proven by fact. Every year in the in North America, here's another one. Every year in North America, the biggest movie industry is in India, the Bollywood. They make way more movies. So every year in North America,
a massive audience. Yeah.
Every year in North America, there are 10 of those films that hit the top 10 in the US, in North America.
Yeah.
So again, that's my optimistic feeling about the movie industry.
Okay. Well, I hope that's the case.
I mean,
the thing is, I tell you, after all is said and done, what my favorite streaming service is? I think are the best and everything. Not everything I like on it, but Netflix. There's no that like I have Amazon.
Where did Netflix come from, Mazzy? Where did they come from?
Yeah, mailing DVDs. Yeah.
Right. In a very short period of time, they are one of the top.
So far, and it all. I've been reading these things probably like you. Netflix probably dodged a bullet by not being able and pulling out of that Warner.
Actually, they didn't dodge a bullet. They got they got tons of money.
They got $180 million.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, they dodged a bullet by not being saddled with debt, all that stuff. And now Paramount Warner's going to have, there's got a lot of debt there to get out of that. Maybe they don't care. The billionaires, the Ellisons don't give a shit. But I still think Netflix, but like Amazon even though there's some shows on Amazon Prime that I like, it's such a fucking convoluted mess of an app, because you look on it, you don't know what you're paying for free, because mixed on every other row is things you got to pay for, upselling premium movies or shows, and then the free stuff, and then the other. It's a shit show design.
Okay. Do you want to know the best streaming service for people that make movies?
Pluto.
No, Tubi.
Tubi. I mean, Tubi.
So Tubi has this deal where they share ad revenue with the filmmakers. So these micro budget thrillers, most of them are urban based. People are doing well by putting those movies and making an agreement with Tubi.
I agree. I love Apple TV. I half their shows I adore, and half are like I just don't get it.
Well, you want to know something funny about Apple?
But they don't have to make money.
No, tomorrow, if Apple wanted to own every movie studio,
they could buy them. Yeah.
With cash.
Yeah.
With cash.
That's I'm surprised they didn't.
So,
but,
here's a question for you. Why hasn't Apple done it?
Because they want to be like us right here on the VC. They want to be elitist in this field.
No. Apple's goal is to sell you hardware.
Yeah, well, we know that.
The benefit.
A good example is that movie.
There's no benefit for them owning the content.
Exactly. The reason they make, because it'd be too much stuff there. The reason they made F1 because they wanted to get the F1 broadcast rights which they got. So F1.
My buddy works in the movie part for Apple.
Actually, Dan B, Slow Horses is great on Apple TV. Severance is great on Apple TV. Pluribus is great on Apple TV. What's the other ones? There's a lot more that are great too.
Yeah, but
some I don't like. I don't get like.
Typically, these shows, Apple doesn't own the shows. They license the shows to stream them.
A list of all the shows on Apple TV.
I mean, look right now. Here's a great example. HBO Max for
The Morning Show is fucking great.
Oh, hold
Ted
on.
Lasso.
Okay, stop listing shows.
No, I want to.
Okay, calm down. So,
Bad Sisters.
All right, stop listing shows.
No, I'm not going to stop. Monarch is actually, if you like, Monarch is actually really good about Godzilla.
Yeah, but that show's owned by Legendary.
It doesn't matter who owns it. They're funding a lot of it too.
But think about it this way:
the studio is fucking great.
that movie Sinners, which was made by Warner's, is no longer exclusive to HBO. It's on Prime. Prime Video licensed it, and you can go watch Sinners on Prime. So
I know there other studios make these shows, but Apple's the ones that
it's the network. It's
buys
the network.
it, and
It's
they're
like
the network for it.
NBC or CBS.
Yeah. HBO's pretty good, but who knows what's going to happen then with this Warner deal? You know, I don't know. I like HBO.
It's like a top 5 streaming service.
Yeah, it's good, but I'm
I
thinking.
like New York Times. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
I know. I kind of want to quit just Prime but I think I'm in their whole world of free shipping and all that stuff. But
resist and unsubscribe just for 1 month. Do it for.
But the fucking thing is, even when you get Prime, right? On certain shows, you get commercials. And so you have to pay another $3 a month to get no commercials. So they upsell you more. The other networks don't. So Prime, I'm thinking of dumping it, but then a new show comes on that I want to watch. So I don't know.
Well, they also have sports. They show NFL. Prime shows NFL.
I don't care about
NBA.
sports. I'm
Hold
not
on.
a sports guy.
Well, a lot of people do.
I know.
NFL and NBA games.
He wasn't talking to you at that moment, I don't think, Maz. He was talking to him.
Yeah, I agree. 50% of the shows on Apple, I'd say I like 30% of the shows on Apple. But I don't have to I've never liked all the shows on any network, even back in the day of NBC, CBS, and, the channels. None of us like everything on every network anyway.
I don't like most of the stuff on this YouTube channel.
I watch Pluto. I love Lucy on Pluto.
It's time for a new host.
I watch Lucy on Pluto. Lucy, you got some splaining to do. The other night, there was an episode of I Love Lucy that ended with Ricky putting Lucy over his knee and spanking her.
That's every episode. Every episode.
I haven't got into shrinking.
Shrinking's good.
What's shrinking?
It's
your wiener.
Harrison Ford and what's his name who writes it?
Oh, I thought it was a wiener thing.
Wiener.
Yeah. Look, I haven't watched.
Okay, Gabby, here's what I do. The only music streaming, there's a package where you get Apple TV and Apple Music. I don't have Spotify. I don't have any other streaming service.
Don't do Spotify. Fuck Spotify.
No, I know, exactly.
They're the worst.
So in my car, the only thing I have CarPlay in my car, plugged into my VW. And the only thing I stream when I'm driving, like Rob does, I use Apple Music. So you get a somewhat of a deal when you have them together. And so that's where I audition music, Apple Music. I don't play it at home. I don't put on Apple Music here at home because I have so much of my own music.
Spotify is doing they're taking named jazz guys and making up AI music from them and using their real names.
Yeah, I hate that company.
Bad.
Anyone who uses Spotify is a wanker.
I've never used Spotify.
A lot of people do. Qobuz is a lot better than Apple Music.
Yeah, but it's
okay.
It's still limited.
I'll tell you why.
It sounds better, but it's not easier to use.
No,
and it's limited.
Jim, here's the funny thing about Jim. Jim made his hippie political movement by canceling Apple. He did it. He canceled Apple. You know what he canceled? His ability to listen to any kind of music he wants in the car.
Just for a month. Hey, no, it was my ability to say, hey, you know who, play a certain Zappa song, and it would play it.
I don't think Apple Music sucks.
is
Why does Apple Music suck, Rufus?
No, it does suck. The sound quality.
No, it's lossless. It's not high res, but it's lossless, and I use it.
Fine.
First of all, I play it in my car, so I don't play it in my home stereo. So it sounds amazing.
You people are silly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can understand.
You fucking audiophiles are one.
Rob, give me those fucking speakers back. If you think it's fine, I want those goddamn.
He listens in his car.
I paid you already for them.
I'll buy them back.
You don't have the money.
True, but
yeah. Here's the thing. You know what? Someone should make a horror movie based on Jim. Here's the plot, okay? Jim's body, some mysterious way, is tied to his house.
You know,
Hold on. Jim's house needs a new roof. Mysteriously, Jim needs a whole new mouth.
Yeah.
yeah, I think Apple Music is great. You know,
That's
I have
big.
I
That's
have
big.
80%. I have 80% of my CDs on a hard drive, and I used to every few months sync up about 3,000 songs to my phone and do that and switch them out, and I like that. And I did it up until I got Apple Music in about a year and a half ago. It's just more work and more stuff, and now I can preview brand new albums.
I have
Like
both.
when-
I have my library, and then I have Apple
Yeah.
Music.
When I get a new record, I can listen to see if I want to get it, or if I'm about to maybe review something or something new, I can listen to it also the musically in my car, then come home and play the record. So at least I know the music and I can hear the better version on vinyl.
You know, record talk. Yeah, we are old farts. We can barely hear, but what we can
Rufus, you're kind of
we can
wrong.
really
I'm
hear.
sorry, you're wrong on this one.
what I can hear, I can hear.
Hey, listen, Rufus. You're for a guy who's filled with a lot of opinions. We don't
Rufus
see
is
any.
100% right.
How come I'm talking and you interrupted?
Shut up.
Rufus,
I'm taking over the show.
for a guy who has a lot of opinions, you have zero content on your channel. That's all
I
I'm
love
saying.
content.
You know,
Although
Be your-
Amazon is actually Amazon Music sounds better than Apple. Thank you very much. I'm
No.
sorry.
Okay, be your own streaming service is a good mantra. And thing is, I don't stream music at home. I play it in my car when I'm driving, so it's great. But loading CDs on my iPhone and doing that, it's more cumbersome, and this is an easier solution. I don't stream at home. I play my own CDs and my own records, so I do my own streaming at home.
And then you jump in the car when you want to check out new shit.
Look,
Well-
look. If you live in LA or I assume in any other major metro area that you have to commute, you have time in your car to listen to stuff. I'm an educator, so I get a great deal on Apple Music.
Yeah, I was
Apple
getting it for
TV.
like $2, sure.
I pay $6 a month for both Apple TV and Apple Music.
You
Good
suck.
deal. Can I still use my teaching card? There's no expiration date
You
on
have
it.
if you have a EDU email address, you probably can.
I don't have any.
I'm a senior citizen.
But Academy of Art, I still have my ID, my photo ID card, but it hasn't been. Like, it's been 7 years out of print.
I have a
Really?
business.
You know what? I don't care. I'm in my car and I can hear the music fine. Sounds fine to me.
You know, I don't particularly like the black turtleneck thing of Steve Jobs, but like I pretty much wear a black sweater or a black shirt and black jeans most 90% of the time.
Hello.
Shut up,
Are we
Robert.
talking about your clothing design?
No, he was asked about. I probably like Steve Jobs' clothing style. You know, it's easy. You don't think. You know, he's a smart guy. He doesn't have to worry about what he's going to wear every day because he wears the same shit every day.
I mean, there's a method to my madness. I wear the same thing.
Yeah, Rob's the same way.
No, when I go to work, I do not wear that stuff. But
When I see you,
I mean, I'm going out digging through dirty records. You know what I mean? That's my attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, I have records to show.
No, whoa. We have 10 minutes more of clothing talk.
It's not like you're diverse on what you wear, Jim.
I have 100 different T-shirts.
I don't have any
from record
turtleneck
stores.
anymore.
I'm wearing my Patty's Irish Pub.
I have a high sweater neck, but not a turtleneck.
I'm wearing my, how about
I can tell you. What am I showing? This record is not a Grail record, but I've been looking for this for a while. It's a Japanese. It was put out in Japan. It's Elvin Jones, Richard Davis, Richard Hanna, and then Art Pepper.
So that's Hannah and her sisters.
It's Art.
Bucky,
I mean, it's only came out in Japan, but it was recorded at Van Gelder by Van Gelder, and he's in the Dead Wax. And this is an excellent record. It's 45 RPM, but there's 6 songs on it, so 3 on each side. It's good. This is such a good record. It's called Very Rare. Elvin Jones. You find and get it. And then I found a classic records reissue of this Bar Talk. This is good. There you go. I've wasted some time. Thank you.
I found a record. I was thinking I'm going to hate this record, and I freaking love it. Not a big.
You've shown that record before.
I don't think I ever have.
Okay.
With Jimmy Witherspoon?
Yes.
I'm going to comment because it talks about subscription services, and I know Angelo said you should pay for Apple or YouTube Premium or whatever. No commercial. I just got a comment on an old video I did years ago, and the guy wrote, "Great content, but way too many commercials. Get an ad blocker or pay for YouTube Premium." Okay, there you go. End of story.
Wait. How old's the video, Mazzy?
6 years.
And a guy just made a comment on it?
Yeah. It's one of my psychedelic San Francisco videos. See, people like those.
Well,
I have a business card belonging to Lee Baca, ex-sheriff of LA County sheriff.
yeah, that guy was arrested, and
I think he died in jail.
yeah, he died in
Hey,
jail.
Gabby, we won't wear a Tone Poet t-shirt because they don't sponsor Rob.
Hey, that dude was the sheriff, and he had the worst comb over. And
Yeah.
then he must have hired a media consultant to say to him, "Dude, just shave your head," and he did it.
And then another guy, Ray Peavy, he was the captain of the LA County Sheriff Homicide Bureau. And he was a absolute record collector. He was the head of the Homicide Bureau. Anytime someone died in LA County, he was the main guy. So he would get phone calls. Oh. Hey, Chief, we got a murder suicide here, and there appear to be a bunch of blue notes. I'm not kidding.
That would be a good job for Rob.
That I am not kidding. I asked him point blank. I said, "Did you
should
get calls?"
a job with the
He said he made more.
Rob.
He did. Oh, is he still alive? Anyways,
you don't have to live in the county anymore. Some counties require you to live in to be an
Baca is out of jail, huh? And still alive.
No, he had dementia, I believe. The last thing I heard.
Yeah. I think he was not doing too well.
He had heavy dementia. Hey, there's a guy trying to run for governor of California, Republican. He's the sheriff.
Oh God, that guy's
of
bad.
Riverside County. He is the highest paid sheriff in the country. He's ineffective. He has like the lowest rate of crimes being solved or whatever.
Also, the sheriff of LA County who got kicked out after one time and he was really bad. He's running again for sheriff. He wants to be back in.
Who?
Yeah, that is a Mac app. I just got it, Dave. It's a what is it? 2105.
I don't know if Humming Guru makes merch. Do they make merch?
I don't know.
2125 solid state Mac amp. I've never had any Macintosh in the house, and I'm using that to buy amp my Legacy Classics. I've got the solid state Mac on the bottom, and I have the Harman Kardon Citation 5 on top.
That would be good but does the coroner actually show? I guess the coroner does show up at the house. So yeah, that would be a good job.
Fuck off, Mazzy. I have to use Spotify. I have to do it for the radio station. I'm not a wanker.
Yeah, I mean, there are some really good.
I have to. I have no choice.
Yeah.
Are there no other radio options?
The radio station uses
it's not
that.
his decision to make.
It's not my decision. Exactly.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, you're a semi-wanker then.
I'm not a wanker.
You're not a wanker, Scott. Of course.
I'm not a slabber either.
You would never make my top 10 or my top 100. You wouldn't even be a wanker. So
Scotty, in terms of wanker, you need to work on it, Scott.
Hey,
I was a wanker on Billiam's. I was a wanker on Billiam's site when Billiam he put me on that thing. He put me on a pedestal.
We don't talk about him.
How much green? How green is that? That's like
chartreuse. Hold on one second.
It's very green. It's like an African color.
Jeff,
it's my hat.
No fan fiction about me. Stop writing fan fiction about me.
fan fiction.
You are one of the nicest guys in the VC. I will agree with that. Someone commented,
Oh,
you're
he's
arguably the nicest guy. Rick.
Oh no! Hold on.
I have my moments. Rob knows.
He's nasty.
I've been nasty.
Here's the thing. Mazzy talking about Beatles or Scott Chaka Khan, which is going to be more? We all have our thing. The Chaka files. I mean, she made 3 records. I'm kidding. Hey, I made money. This is where I'm chill. Working for ABC for a few years, basically Rufus paid a little percentage of my paycheck.
Really? Yeah, they were hot for a while.
Yeah.
Pretty hot.
I was there towards the end of their hot. Well, I was there 70, 78, 9. So
yeah. Hey, I watched that Man on the Run last night,
and
it gave me a different perspective on Paul. I had a little bit more respect for him. I think
it's not all
because he's very honest about. He's very honest about stuff.
About not paying his band, type of thing.
About a lot of things, he was pretty honest.
I thought it was a good doc. Yeah,
it's good. It's very good.
Good. Okay, that was it.
I only
it made me like Linda a lot too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think this necessarily to have your spouse or whatever say. I mean, John only did it on Sometime in New York and in the final album. They always had separate albums, which I thought most people liked.
Do you remember that tape that floated around?
Yeah, they even they talk about that in the documentary.
In the 90s,
yeah,
Howard Stern would play it all the time of Linda singing.
Yeah, of her isolated vocal on Hey Jude, way off key. They mentioned that in the documentary a little bit, not specifically that song, but they mentioned how she just got all this. I mean, she got trashed. She got trashed in a way worse than Yoko got trashed in the 70s.
Well, cook of the house, man. Come on. That was pretty awful.
Well, Mamunia, come on.
Yeah.
What a piece of crap that is. That brings Band on the Run like down to the second string.
So are you on gummies now, Rob?
Okay, if you paid attention to me talking.
I was at the doctor's office, so
if I take anything, I'm done.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, okay. Personally, I'm not going to drive inebriated. I'm not going to do work stuff. I'm not going to clean and grade records inebriated. I do it mostly in the
fucking loser, Rob.
It's just to relax, though, right? It's just to relax.
It's to the stress of the day. I don't like thinking about a lot of stuff before I go to sleep. It just doesn't help.
That's cool.
Can you take a picture of your bag, your gummy bag, and send it to me? I want to see what you do, if you don't mind. Later. I mean,
Wait. What do you want?
I want to see what brand and what dose.
I do wild.
Well, okay. Here's the thing, though, Mazzy.
This is lady owned.
Okay, the brands are usually local to you.
Okay, well, send me the specs. You know what I'm talking about. They can read it.
Okay.
The dosage.
Hey, everyone. I'm gonna do my what do you call it? Druggy Marcel.
Sounds like an intervention.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do my.
You're gonna shill a dose.
Let me finish my druggy Marcel routine for Mazzy.
Yeah, but how much is the the dose of
dose?
Probably either 5 or 10
milligrams. Okay, don't. I just asked as a friend to take a picture and send it to me, but you don't. Forget it. No,
it's like 10 milligrams. Well, actually,
a moment passed.
What you have with these are the two components of the stuff that you have. The CBD, which is more of it's not a mind-altering compound.
Mm-hmm.
You have the THC, which is.
Okay. I'm going to have you review mine.
This whole conversation right now just reminds me of the first time I ever huffed gasoline out of a car.
Okay. Let's talk about the last time you did it.
I want you to review.
Say sniffing glue.
I want you to review this. Glue? Okay. Rob, would you review this?
Mazzy? That's
exactly.
Can you guys Mazzy? That's exactly the same. 10,
Yeah.
100 milligrams, 10. That's the exact same.
And you take a full or a half?
Depends. You know what? Here's the deal, Mazzy. If you ate a meal and you ate a gummy, maybe it takes a while to affect you. So it really is and it depends how strong it is. Is it sativa? Is it indica? Is it hybrid?
It's
some more stronger than others.
It's kosher and vegan.
It really is. If you find a brand you like, I usually stick with it. But these seem to be a little stronger than the kind I have. This is the first time I've tried this brand, but I could eat a meal and take one, and it won't happen.
Yeah, I've been taking a half. You're right. Okay. Do you take a whole?
I usually do a half. So
I think
10 milligrams is too much for me.
I hardly ever use it, but when I do a half, I don't feel much when I take a half. So I guess.
Hey, Dan B, this is one of your dreams. Look, it's all my feeling with edibles. It really depends on your body chemistry, how strong they are, when you take it, and all that stuff.
Yeah, you have to try it out.
All the marijuana companies are paying me money to talk about it right now.
You know, I have this shit that's great. It's called Papa and Barkley, and it's a CBD cream that if you have like a bad knee or something like that, you put this shit on your knee. I'm telling you, it's amazing how well it works.
There's some good ones out there. You know?
Until you get up and start walking around.
Papa and Barkley. If you've got, twinges in the hinges that are not too deep, this shit works.
I tried this about 4 times, and I've always taken a half, and I hardly feel anything. I get a little sleepy, maybe.
Then you are kind of like, do a full, baby. Do 2. Okay, I want to see you.
You say I will.
I want to see you in the fetal position. Tears.
You two, and then do a podcast, then do the stream. Do a stream too.
I think with this, the way the world is right now, and the way this country is being fucking run and not run, like with the guy nobody at the wheel, you need to take these at night.
So when the pandemic hit, my kids wound up living here with us, and me and my 2 kids were hitting the bong out here. And my wife, who never, ever, ever smokes weed or does any of that, she goes, "Let me try it." So she took 2 rips off of this fucking bong as if she was a professional. I mean, she just 10 minutes later, she wanted to kill me.
Now, Bill.
10 minutes later,
she
wanted me dead. Why did you let me do this?
That's like 10 minutes ago, Elvin Jones.
Refresh your browser. All I'm saying is, here's the deal. I'm more politically, I'm more about being a physically conservative person, and I always thought if a state knows what's good for them, they'd legalize this shit because all the money they collect. But California did it so stupidly.
Yeah,
they let the local governments decide how this is sold, and that was dumb. States like Washington State and Colorado have reaped the benefits
of Oregon. Yeah.
And yes. So any state who doesn't legalize at least marijuana is stupid.
The one problem in California is because of the taxes on marijuana, there are tons of illegal marijuana stores that don't pay tax. And the kids shop at the illegal ones because they don't want to pay tax.
I don't know.
The old people, those of you stores, because we get a discount on the tax because we have a medical.
Now, let me ask you this: Trump supposedly signed something making it a different class, whatever drug, whatever. Has that changed in terms of? I don't know. Anybody who doesn't have
supposedly that makes it easier to get a bank.
Yeah, okay. Anybody has legal weed, doesn't have legal weed in their state. When you have to pay cash, so every pot store has an ATM machine. They don't take credit cards or anything.
Well, that's not 100% true, Mazzy.
Well, it is up here.
Not here.
Here's the problem. Selling weed is a state issue. If it's illegal federally, then dealing with the money is a big problem for them.
The reason they
handle their money.
The reason you have to pay cash is because there are no banks that will handle the transactions because federally it's fucking illegal.
But
So
that was my question. Has that changed?
So what Trump is, if Trump's thing ever comes to fruition, it'll make it easier for these guys.
Well, that's a good thing. See, we're not all deranged against all the other bullshit Trump does.
But I don't think it's actually happened.
No, it hasn't.
None of this shit actually fucking. I mean, 99.9% of the time, I'm glad that it doesn't come.
Well, in 2 weeks, we're going to have like
this
perfect.
Time, it would have been nice.
In 2 weeks, Jim, we're going to have perfect health care in America.
If we already do. That happened in his last term. You don't remember.
Exactly.
I'm having this T-shirt slabbed with me in it.
You guys should buy "It's the Music Stupid" T-shirts and slab them.
I find that to be a little aggressive. I just like "It's the Music." It's the music, beautiful.
Well, you can get.
It's the music, smarty.
Get up Sharpie and just sharp out the stupid part.
I have one. I wear it, and people go, "What do you mean, stupid? Who's stupid? You called me stupid?"
Yeah. Yes.
Pretty much we are.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh God. All right.
It's about you, stupid.
Yeah, the chicks at the dispensaries are.
I still haven't gotten out to buy the new Morrissey album. I really want to get them new Morrissey.
You can order it online, can't you?
I know, but I like to support my local store. And I got to watch after this. Arnaldo did his review on it. Of course, he's going to like it, but he texted me. He said he really liked it. It's one of his better ones. I think every Morrissey record has some good stuff on it. So even though he's personally a wanker, I like his music.
So you support a wanker? That's nice.
Really?
Do you have his last album, Mazzy?
I have every album of his. He's on CD, not all on vinyl. Matt, write to the Spotify, not Spotify, what is it? Square, wherever you bought that thing. I don't service those. If you haven't, don't send it to me because I don't have any control of that. Or say you want a refund if that's the case. Or if you don't get it, let me know. I'll go in. I think I can go into Shopify and just give you a refund, Matt. It happened one other person so far with a shirt. So
I thought you moved to a company that
I did. I moved to another company because the other company was fucked up. The other company.
No, this one's fucked.
These companies. It's like if they can't do it, they should let people know at least, even if they're all automated. Who knows now? I'm sorry. That's the fucked up part about that. But you can't. The thing is, someone like me or any of us, we can't print 100 shirts of different sizes. You never know what people are going to order. It's just and putting that money out to order 500 shirts or whatever, 200 shirts. So, yeah, I'm so sorry. Check that out. And if there's a problem, inbox me somewhere or email me, maslov@maslov.com. Tell me what it is, and give me the order number, all that shit. But check there first. And if there's an issue, I'll.
Well,
that's a long
time. Gabby, and this is what I really tell people: listen to it before you buy it. You can stream everything.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'll listen to it today. I have to go out and do some errands.
Your opinion matter. Here's one.
What?
If you gave me $1 million to bet on this, I would win.
Gabby,
I know you've never heard of Smith's record.
The very first shirt I did, my son did that illustration on, and I paid and I had a bunch made. And the problem is I underestimated how big most of the
size is wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. The size, I did I did a lot of mediums, larges, and extra larges. I didn't realize how many double and triple X people there are on the vinyl community.
4X.
I'm not fat shaming. I didn't think of it.
Anyone who can hustle around a box of records has to be a big guy.
Right. And I gave a bunch away too. When I went to England, when we had our meetup, on that day on Saturday, I gave almost everyone a t-shirt.
Just
it was like my gift.
He gave me a t-shirt.
I got one.
What, Jack? You've never heard a Smith song? Smiths are good. I like the Smiths.
They only made 4 proper studio albums, and they're all good. They're all excellent. But if you don't like Morrissey's voice, I can understand that, and his dark sense of humor.
Dude, I don't know what Scott's doing.
What kind of dough are you bringing in for the merch? Not that much. And first of all, it's none of your fucking business.
Hey, enough to. Here's what Mazzy does with all the merch cash. He gets it sent to him as cash. He lies on his bed and throws it up in the air.
Well, what has it been? 2 months. The first 2 months, I probably made my cut $150 a month. I'm not getting rich off it. It pays me a couple records.
Pays for his coffee.
Exactly. You know, it doesn't even pay for my car insurance.
I have an idea for merch.
I don't promote it though very often, even though you think I do.
I think it's a good idea for merch. Okay, let's see.
Sorry, guys. My phone overheated outside. It's so hot out in Florida right now.
Yikes.
So it overheated and it says not functioning, you know.
Wow.
What kind of phone is it?
It's an Android. It's a
if next time get an Apple, you won't have that issue.
Is it gas powered?
Michael Elliott, life is a
no, actually it winds up. It's a winder upper.
So
I'm just used to it.
Is it one of those senior ones with the big numbers?
No, it's a big phone though.
I'd like to comment on Michael Elliott.
Yes.
Life is a pigsty.
Yeah, what's your comment?
So here's my comment. The world is covered in a patina of shit.
Okay.
Not yours, but it just is.
Gabby, the Smiths, REM, and Talking Heads are my 3 favorite bands of the 1980s. And Smiths usually end up number 1. Give or take. Sometimes REM. It depends. So, there you go. I love the Smiths. He's a wanker, but he's a different kind of wanker. Like, I can't listen to a fucking Ted Nugent record. I can listen to the Amboy Dukes.
Well, what? Where did that come from?
Because being wankers, like Ted Nugent's a wanker, but he's like,
gosh, you're so pig monkey.
Morrissey, it's just, he's a weird wanker. I don't like him. I hate the thing he doesn't show up half the time at shows and all that bullshit he spews out. But I think he's clever in his lyric content.
He puts on a good show, though.
Yeah, well, if he shows up
when he's there, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, listen, Herc. Here's the problem. People that are in the Apple universe, let's say we're all on a thread together, but Scotty's gonna fuck up our thread because he's on an Android phone. So I can't edit a comment or take it back or do anything because of Scotty's issue with.
Seriously? Are you serious?
But I will say,
yes,
the Apple cult, that's like people talking about Donald Trump syndrome. It's a bullshit thing. I mean, there are Apple fanboys, absolutely. But Apple makes
my Apple phone.
Apple especially used to. I think they've deluded themselves, unfortunately, a little bit, but they make a good, simple product. Now, when Steve Jobs was alive, the thing that I love most, I think Apple was at its best peak, not money-wise. They've grown beyond since Steve Jobs died, definitely. But he would, to his engineers, he would be like a real hard work, slave driver to them in a way. If they came up with something like a keystroke on a iPhone or whatever it was, or a Mac, he said everything has to happen no more than 2 keystrokes away to make something happen. And come and do 3, 4. No, go back to the drawing board, make it work. He streamlined everything. They didn't have a bunch of different versions of everything. Unlike Sony, remember you'd buy a TV, the XBR 4725, the XB2 laptop X4. They had just the MacBook Pro, and then maybe different configurations of storage. But that's it. It was simplified. People knew what they were getting. And the operating system is fucking easy. All that Windows 95 and all the shit stuff they had.
Hold on. I've had the other phones. They're fine. I prefer the Apple though.
I'll use my mother-in-law's phone next time. But I tell you, her phone to me, maybe the way she has it set up, because she can't use the phone anymore. But the way she has it's so hypersensitive. I mean, you can't do it. That's everything like moves too fast for me on the iPhone. I don't
hey,
like that's what I don't like about it.
Why can't Scotty learn how to use an iPhone?
I couldn't find anything called iPhone set up in Find My.
Okay, there we go.
See?
Yeah.
Well,
even Siri has a problem with that.
Here's the deal. I like both bands. I have their album, all their
Yeah.
albums.
I think the Smiths have better songs, like just funny songs, well written. To me, Johnny Marr is brilliant. He's like one of the best of all those guitar
Yeah.
players. Not he does a rhythm lead thing that combined that's just very unique.
Yeah.
Hey
I like
Siri,
Kelly.
who is Mazzy's music? Don't give a shit.
Hey
No
Siri,
answer.
who is Mazzy's music?
I need him. This is too.
She doesn't know.
It says Mazzy Star is an American alternative rock band formed
Oh.
in 1988 in Santa Monica. I didn't know they're from Santa Monica.
Well, everyone's important from Santa Monica.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. Well, now you do. Hey, by the way, people were asking, and I'm a shill. Saturday, I'm doing an auction,
Yes.
but I'm doing it at noon. I made it a little earlier.
When Rob has a good auction, he usually buys lunch the next week.
Are you
That's
going
not-
to take us out?
He buys lunch for you? Yeah.
That's
Take us
not
to lunch.
true. I bought lunch for him the other day.
He springs.
I sprang for lunch at a place Jim likes, and I don't understand why he likes it.
What, Morrison?
Yeah,
Those are good burgers.
they're a fine place, but everything they do, there are other places that do it better.
And they're across the street.
That's location.
That's the real reason.
Yeah. So there. No more thinking.
Hey, this week I'm watching. This week is championship week for college basketball, so I'm watching games.
What?
Like last night, I watched Did anyone watch the World Baseball Championship thing? That was a great game between the U.S. and Mexico.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, really good game.
Those
Aaron
kids?
Judge did he hit a 3-run home run?
Huh.
Yeah, I'm mad at Amazon too because I just found out that the band Lettuce concert with the orchestra was going to be, streamed on Amazon Prime, and I go to Amazon Prime. Of course, you got to buy it
Wow.
right off the bat. I'm like, it's just a concert, for God's sakes.
Yeah, we're going to Vinyl Con Saturday and Sunday next week. It's not this weekend, it's next week.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Vinyl Con is a week from this weekend.
When is St. Patrick's Day?
The 17th.
17th
Is that Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday?
Tuesday, I think that is.
Hey,
It's Tuesday.
Hey, everyone, watch out because Jim dresses up like a leprechaun and goes around and pinches people.
Rob?
Yes. Am I wrong?
Wow.
No, but why is it different than any other day?
No, that's Passover or one of those. it's one of those-
Hanishtana halayla hazeh.
Mikol Halelot.
Shebekol halaylot anu ochlim.
All right, calm down.
Nice.
Shoftim v'tzitin t'ten lacha, v'kol sherecha asher nizatenu
Esther
lacha.
Chesta, Amikta Steinvartan.
I'm doing my bar
Oh,
mitzvah.
you're making me so homesick.
It's
You're
my
making me so
It's my
homesick.
Haftorah
Anyone
portion.
remember the Ear Split and Loudenboomer song by
I
Steph?
remember my Haftorah portion from Deuteronomy.
I remembered the first line of my Haftorah. And it's something, my Haftorah is something about you got to wash the pig or not, you got to wash the cow.
Well, you're
Yeah.
right.
Well, you have a pig.
You've come
No, you're
full
not allowed
on.
to have a pig. I didn't mean pig. You got to wash the cattle.
Ah.
Yeah. My father is a Yiddish scholar. I can curse.
Ray Pri Hagafen.
I can curse in Yiddish, not
Yes.
Hebrew. Yiddish.
Ani rotze mitztapavin b'vakasha.
Gen kakanaf and yam.
Gesh
Oh
lachen.
my God.
That means go shit in the ocean.
Well, we're mixing Hebrew and Yiddish now.
In Yiddish, I used to ask my grandma, "What are you doing?" And she would say, "In tuchas Greupenreis." Well, I never
Something
knew.
with your butt.
She said she's growing rice in her ass.
So you live in Scotty gets it. He's from New York.
Why? Why?
I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx.
You get
Yeah,
it.
you hear that shit
Oh,
all the time. You got the guys with the
most
with
of my
the-
friends are Jewish now. I mean, I've had a lot of Jewish friends in
some
here.
of my
They're
best
not
friends
the, they're
are
not the
African
Orthodox
American.
guys, not the Hasidim, the guys with the.
All right. You know what? We've filled our Jewish content for the day. Stop.
Oh, no,
No, we got DJ
you're
marginalizing
marginalizing
here. It's just the Jew stuff is just starting.
I
No.
was invited to so many staters in New York City when I was younger. It was like we have some of my friends said, "You're like a double whammy." He goes, "You know, you're not
You're
Jewish,
going and a
you're
black,
black. Oh, it's great to have you at the table."
right? You check off all the boxes.
My parents both grew up in the Bronx.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my place.
Yeah,
Not
this
my
is
place
Talk
anymore,
Talk
but-
with the
They
Nerds.
went to Taft High School. Was that around when you were?
My sister went to Taft.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I went to Taft.
I went to Immaculate Conception, and then I went to Cardinal Hayes High School.
I went to Taft High School in Woodland Hills, California.
That's
And
not the same Taft.
No, it's not. I successfully
They went to school
matriculated.
like 6,000 people or something.
I successfully matriculated from the 10th grade. Thank you.
All right. No one cares. I thought you
I
dropped
just-
out earlier.
Who?
You dropped out earlier?
Jim, I
I
thought
dropped-
Jim dropped out of school earlier.
I dropped out in the 11th grade.
I MC the St. Pete International Folk Fair this past Saturday.
Wow.
It was like herding cats, man. It was crazy. It was fun though. It was fun to see all these different cultures and stuff. And they had a parade of countries just like they do in the Olympics, and I had to announce all the countries.
Wow.
It was really cool.
Any
but,
interesting shit?
The worst, I have to say, I'm sorry to say, but the worst country in terms of the people, in terms of, and I'm not saying this is as a generality, but just at that
Careful
event,
here. Careful.
the Russians were really rude.
Really?
Really rude. Oh
You
my
know what my
god!
last name. You know what my last name is, Scotty?
Is it Russian?
Maslov.
Maslov.
In Russian, it means butter maker.
Hey,
Buttermaker, really.
When I was a kid, I always wanted. We one of our ideas that lasted a minute was Norman and the Buttermakers, and we
Mhm.
wanted to cover churn, churn, churn. That's true, actually, but that
Churn,
didn't last
churn,
long.
churn.
It was a bad idea.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was a lot of fun. Very exhausting though. But the last group was the Vietnamese. They came on stage and they did a whole bunch of stuff. They did all these things, and then they had a fashion show at the end. And the man that was in charge of the thing on stage, he was like yelling at the women, like screaming at them in Vietnamese to go over here, go over there. It was the rudest thing I've ever seen in my life. I said, those
Really?
poor women. It was crazy. But overall, it was a really great event. It was really fun. Learned a lot.
I mean, I'm not from New York, Gabby. I grew up in DC. My parents
Yeah.
grew up in the Bronx. And when we went back, we mainly visited my cousins in Jersey. We really didn't visit New York much.
Jersey.
I remember once we drove up there and my dad drove through the Bronx pointing out stuff. We drove through. We didn't stop and walk around.
Probably pointed out Yankee Stadium and
No, my dad was Ebbets Field. He was a Giants fan when he grew up.
okay.
So you're talking about he grew up 40s and 50s and left home, then. So that's by then. I don't know when all the Jews left the Bronx.
Probably in the late 60s, early 70s. Yeah.
Then,
This
like,
side
you
of
grew up there,
Manhattan, Long
Anderson Avenue is the main street, right?
Mm-hmm. And there's Grand Concourse also.
The Grand Concourse.
Yeah.
And
Grand Concourse was all doctors and lawyers at one time.
but when I tested movies, we would test in the Bronx,
Mhm.
and there'd be a General Cinemas theater where people would regularly get shot out in front of it.
Wow.
Yes. When did you leave the Bronx?
I left the Bronx in 1982, 82, something like that. My parents still lived.
Now
My
it's
parents still lived there till the 90s.
yeah, but now it's becoming gentrified there, right?
Yeah, but it was crack city for a long time.
But
It's bad.
realistically, like all the Jews left and moved to Yonkers, which is just
Yonkers.
right outside the Bronx.
And Co-op City,
Yeah.
and also Long Island.
Like
You know, the elitist newspaper of the New York Times has a great article, at least on the digital version,
Mhm.
which I read. I think that it's still the best newspaper. But there's a great feature, interesting feature on Richard Hell's tenement apartment he's lived in since like 1973. He started out with rent control, paying $110 a month. I don't know what it is now, but it's gone up. But it's such an interesting article. There's pictures. So if you read the New York Times, find that article. It's one of those old places with the bathtub in the kitchen, the clawfoot tub, that whole thing. And for years it didn't have heat. Now it has heat. Obviously things are different now. But the thing about it, he still loves it. He walks outside and is in this gentrified neighborhood, but it's still a great, Lower East Side. I mean, that's changed dramatically. I first went there in the 70s and then early 80s. But it's a great article. If you don't know Richard Hell, great writer, poet, Richard Hell and the Voidoids.
Voidoids, yeah. My
So-
friend Sherry had an apartment downtown, and she had a bathtub in her kitchen, and she had a big board over it that she would use it. She used it as a table, and then her bathroom had a staircase to it, and it was like a room that was like raised,
like just hanging,
it was bizarre.
I've seen things like that.
Yeah.
I remember because one of my guys, I don't know if you ever seen anybody here is a Beatle fan, know the book, The Beatles Forever. It's written by a guy named Nicholas Schaffner. And I became friends with him when we were working on our book. And I'd go visit and hang out with him in New York. And he had lived, when I first went there, he was renting this kind of downstairs loft, like a storefront. And I never understood the concept that when you move in, you pay a fixture fee. So you have to pay like a fee for the fixtures, for the refrigerator and the stove and that kind of stuff. And you can pay that or get it back when you move. And when you rent an apartment in San Francisco, you pay a deposit or whatever, but never a separate fixture fee. So you supposedly own the fixtures in it. But then he bought this little cool place. Unfortunately, he'd come out to San Francisco, he wrote a Pink Floyd book. He wrote another Beatle book with Pete Shotton, who was John's best friend. But a bunch of good music books. A big Dylan fan too, and he visited San Francisco. And he, unfortunately, one of the first guys close that I knew really well that died of AIDS in late 80s, it would have been in the 90s or something. But visiting that place, I remember that was down by where I think near where Max's Kansas City was, down near the university. Is that right?
It was on the east side.
Is there NYU? No, it's not NYU.
No, it wasn't.
Is there a school?
Well, NYU was all over the place, but
maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
over.
But I remember there was like a baseball, or not a baseball field, but like a play field nearby, and there's this storefront, really cool, really funky, but really cool like that, with a bathtub in the back. It was a big open space though. Yeah.
In the Bronx, I remember in North Bronx, celebrities lived up there. Like Penny Marshall used to live up there, and you can see Penny Marshall walking around and people like that. It was like kind of crazy. That was when it was nice, Not
Alphabet City when
not nice anymore.
Oh,
well, I guess it's getting nice now, from what I understand. But for a long time,
maybe that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Do you remember the place? What is it called? The Bowery Cafe, the Bowery Bar, or is it called the Bowery Bar? Not too far from where CBGB's was.
Bowery Bar, yeah.
It got to be kind of a hipster place in the late 80s, early 90s, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
What's that?
I didn't really do a lot of stuff.
They made a movie with Andy Garcia about it. There's that little island area that's
it's called Manhattan.
No. It's I know what you're talking about, but there's all these really
ballroom.
It's very expensive now.
It's between the Bronx and Manhattan.
Yeah, it has its own
island. It's called something.
I forget the name. It had a tram. There was a tram. You had to take the tram there. There was like a tram that went over there.
But it's a very exclusive neighborhood. People live there.
It was called something Island.
It's not Roosevelt Island.
Allen, yes, the Bowery Bar, the old gas station place. Yes, thank you. That's the place I was thinking of.
No,
I can't believe they had changed CBGB's into a clothing store, which really
It's
pissed me off.
John Varvatos or
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it still is,
Yeah.
but it was.
I was there twice, but nobody famous that I remember seeing. It was like later in the
CBGB's.
it
You might have
was in
seen me there.
it was in
I
the
played
80s.
there.
I would have been there in
I
the
played there in the
like
90s, actually.
85, 86 around
I
that
played
time.
there like 90, 91, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
City Island.
Mercury Lounge, yeah.
City Island. That's
City Island is the name
That's
of the
where
place.
that's where everybody gets to go to get the seafood. That's a date area. You go there, they have like the best seafood restaurants and all that.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
you saw that show last year at the Bowery Ballroom at McCartney. That's cool.
Yeah, but no one talks about City Island.
In New York, they do, but yeah.
City Island is a small, quaint neighborhood in the Bronx, known for its New England style fishing village atmosphere, waterfront restaurants, and maritime history.
If you want to go to a good seafood restaurant, you always went to City Island. Yeah. Roosevelt Island was also an exclusive area. It was nothing, and then all of a sudden became like the most exclusive place to buy a condo.
How much time did you hang out at Rikers Island?
Never. Zero. I didn't even have friends. Well, I had friends there, but you know,
Mazzy doesn't have stories like this. When I went to college in Richmond, Virginia, the state pen was downtown, and we would have parties when they electrocuted someone because the electricity was like.
That's
okay.
But the second year I was there, they closed it down.
No more parties, huh?
No, we had parties, just no more electrocution.
This has been so much fun.
That's one thing I miss about New York, though. In New York, there were all these like parties where you had it was a word of mouth kind of parties. There was one called Save the Robots. And it was basically the promoter would always, I forget their names, but they would always go to these abandoned buildings in East Village, and they would set things up in there, have DJs, and it was the word of mouth. There was no paper because they didn't want the cops to know, you know.
We had that called Club and On. It was Club and On, and it would move around.
Remember that not too long ago? Remember they had
Right.
that thing in Oakland, California, and it burned down and killed people.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I knew someone who.
There was a club in LA called Club Fuck that used to run around from place to place.
Yeah, and they didn't have liquor license. It was all and then they would.
And then
move
we had one there was one that was in a brownstone. It was in an apartment. It was called Black Market, and it was all they played was house music, old school house music, not that stuff that they do now. It's the old school, really cool house music.
In the late 80s or mid, called Area. Remember Area?
The area was fantastic.
I went there. I think I went there past its peak, you know.
Area was amazing. Oh my God. It was unbelievable place. Yeah.
Did anyone ever go to the Bearded Clam in Ocean City, New Jersey? Maryland. Ocean City, Maryland.
Nope. But the Mud Club and Area, those were great places to go. And the Reggae Lounge, that was a scary place, but it had the best reggae artists there. And it was really cool. Kind of scary though. But you kind of have to let that go.
Zappa mentions Mud Club in a couple of songs.
Yeah.
Mud Club was a big one. Yeah.
So does the Talking Heads.
And Talking Heads were my neighbors.
There you go.
They in Long Island City. Yeah, Long Island City. They had a studio in an apartment building, and they were rehearsing there. So we would sit outside and listen. And sometimes my friends would scream, "David," and he'd look out the window and he'd shh. He would tell us to shut up because they were rehearsing. So they wouldn't be doing their stuff around town. That was always cool to have. It was like 2 blocks away from my house. I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
Okay, well.
All right,
guys.
We've done overtime. We've accomplished 0 today. I like to thank
What
you.
a fucking waste.
I want to
Thank
say
you.
the Chaim.
Slab you all, baby.
All right, see you on Thursday. Bye.
See you later. Bye bye.